Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Theta. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, if you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to check that out before watching this one so that you have more context. Now, jumping into the weekly chart. So, as you can see, we're printing a bearish cross. This is when the 20 EMA crosses below the 55 EMA, and the 20 being the yellow, the 55 being the red. And this is typically not typically, this is a very negative thing, especially on the weekly chart. So usually when we get these on the weekly charts, these are preludes to potential bear markets. But as I stated previously, I do not think we're entering a bear market yet. We are not in a bear market right now because Bitcoin hasn't lost key levels of support, okay? If you open up the weekly or the monthly chart on Bitcoin, it's very apparent that Bitcoin is not in a bear market. So what's happening here on the weekly chart? Now, pay attention to this little trading period over here between December 2020 to February of 2021. Now, this is potentially where I see ourselves landing on these prices. So anywhere from $2.13 all the way to potentially $1.50. So we're coming back for this swing high. Right? You went back up, now you're coming back for support, and this potential previous resistance is going to be our support that's going to help us bounce back up. So that would co-align with the bearish cross, because usually after we have bearish crosses on the daily or the weekly charts, we see more moves to the downsides after they happen. So yeah, like I said, have buy orders ready and set to go. I always try to, mention this in all my videos and posts. You should have the buy orders ready and set to go, because flash crashes can happen at any time and you want those orders to be filled. So you need to have them up on your exchanges if you're trading on exchanges. Now let's jump into the RSI on the weekly chart. So you can see we're slowly but surely approaching the oversold here below the index of 30. Once you get there on the weekly chart, that is your golden opportunity to buy into any asset really, but especially if you're looking for Theta, then that would be your nice indicator to get involved in Theta. But if we start zooming out a little bit over here, you can see that, things aren't looking that bad for Theta. People who were buying here, during the COVID dump, when it was below 5 cents over here. And it has done very nicely, 39,000%. Oh my God, that is a lot of gains over there. But yeah, as you can see, based on the weekly chart, we're simply coming back for a level of support, and we are going to be looking for the next leg up during the continuation of this 2022 bull market. Okay, now jumping into the daily chart. So in the last video, we took a look at this falling wedge, and we do have a target at the falling wedge, which is where the wedge was created. That is around about $16, pretty much the all-time high. And as you can see, we have even gone below our swing low here that we had in the previous video, so I had to move down the fib a little bit more. That means that the targets over here are going to be moved a little bit as well. So yeah, now we have lost the July low, which is negative as well. So we've lost this crucial level of support, and we've been holding the 0.236 over here as well in December of last year, but we ended up breaking down. And like I said, right now, we're eyeballing this area over here, right? You can get a bit below. I'm just going to give you the buy zone right now so that you know exactly what to look for. So this is going to be where I think buying into Theta would be very, very nice. So anywhere from $2, actually, that's a bit high, but actually, no, that's not high. So $2.50 all the way to $1.50. So this area over here, this is your potential bottom over here. You may potentially drop over here if Bitcoin starts going back down to the lower 30Ks. You may consolidate, hit your head on the resistance right now of the falling wedge, which is our support right now. But if we lose that, it would turn into resistance, which would be negative, yes. But we would consolidate here, you would get great entries, and potentially we would get back into the pattern and carry out the target towards the middle, the second quarter of the year. That's a potential play, obviously. That's the bullish potential play. Obviously, in the bearish potential play, we drop out of here, get rejected from the resistance, and start printing lower lows and get into the bear market. But that's only if Bitcoin gets into the bear market, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I'm going to give you the price tags right now so that you can see the buy zone. And yeah, so that's what we're looking at over here. Now, like I said, ideally, we want to hold this white trend line as support of the falling wedge, because then we would still be in the pattern. But if we start losing and backtesting as resistance, we would be invalidating the pattern, right? And we don't want to do that. Now, if we see any relief rally over here, you are potentially going to look for the white trend line over here as resistance, which is where the 0.382 here is at $4.78. So we may potentially see a relief rally, get rejected from there, and come back down once again. That is also a possibility, right? Maybe some bullish news come out, maybe some country starts adopting Bitcoin. Nobody knows. But the gap in between the EMAs on the daily chart is getting quite large, which is negative, the way it was getting quite large over here. But right now it's to the downside, so it has really the same effect, which means that if you are very overextended and the EMAs are overextended from each other, you're going to see a reversal. The same way over here, you're getting away from the EMAs. The EMAs are getting away from each other. You're potentially going to see a reversal and a nice move to the upside. So definitely a good buying zone right now for Theta. I had some Theta previously, but I sold off before the pullback, and I will be looking for some more entries into the Theta because I do like the project a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the daily chart. Let's jump into Binance for some oscillators. Now, jumping into Binance, let me just switch over to the daily chart. That was the 4-hourly. So we do have a Fibonacci retracement with the targets to the downside over here. So you can see with the arrows, that is showing you the swing high and the swing low of the Fibonacci. And we did have a target here at $3.20. That was met very nicely. We even had a back test of resistance. So right now you're looking at a retest of $2.53, which is at the second fib level. Below that, you have the 2.272 and the 2.414 at $2.14 and $1.97. So those should be your buy orders if you're looking to buy off of support, as you should be doing, obviously. But if you're dollar cost averaging, you can just simply buy a bit right now, a bit at the 2 level, a bit at the 2.272, and a bit at the 2.414. Now, if you want these levels and you don't know how to set them up on your fib, just double click on your Fibonacci retracement over here, or just use the toolbar of the fib on the right side. The toolbar is, for example, if you click once, the toolbar is going to pop up, and you can just click the cog over there, and the settings will pop up. And here are all the fib levels that we have. And I do use the 2.272, the 2, the 2.414, the 1.414, the 1.618. And yeah, I decided to almost make it the background almost transparent. So yeah, you can, and I do have the labels on the right side. The fib is based on the log scale as well. Here below, you can see the log scale is set. So yeah, that's how you set up your fib. And let's jump into some oscillators over here. So the RSI, as you can see, is running into this resistance. I did give you this RSI, I think quite a while ago. And as you can see, we hit our head on it once, 2 times over here, and now a 3rd time. So this was potentially a nice take profit zone for you. And now you can buy back in lower. And obviously, if you get below the index of 30, that's a nice entry for you. But we took a look at the RSI on the previous chart. So jumping into the MACD here, you can see we are printing a bullish cross. Now let's see how that co-aligns with the price action over here. So this is where we started the uptrend. As you can see, we were up 20% since the last video. So, you know, nice gains for you over there. And only now we're printing the bullish cross, as you can see. So we were in an uptrend since January 25th. And we had the bullish cross printed on January 31st. So as you can see, there's a 6 days difference between the bullish cross occurring and the uptrend starting. So that's why I call it a lagging indicator. That's why it's a confirmation indicator. So basically, this was a confirmation of the uptrend, but now we're starting a downtrend, right? So we started a downtrend January, let's say 30th, right? And you're going to get that bearish cross, let's say February 5th, right? So yeah, that's why you can't simply trade based on the MACD. Now, if we jump into the stochastic RSI over here, we were in the sold over here during the last video. So that was a great entry point over here. We didn't manage to get to the overbought here, but as you can see, potentially we are going to reverse down with all the indicators and get oversold, and that will be another great entry point for you. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully everything was easy to understand. Now, if we are to look at some long-term targets, I'm switching back to TradingView here. So we are looking based on the Fibonacci retracement, and this doesn't mean that it is going to get there, but this just means that these are the targets that I'm going to be eyeballing once I buy my Theta and once I decide to take profits. These are going to be some levels that I'm going to be taking some profits at. So $15.96. We have the 1.272 here at $27. We have $35.50 at the 1.414, and we have the 1.618 at $53. So yeah, you have to have an exit strategy if you're looking to take profits. If you're holding for the long term and simply staking, don't worry about the price action. Now, that is pretty much it, guys. If I missed out anything on the chart, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. I do post technical analysis in there as well. We have a great community in the Telegram chat, and we have a great community in the Discord server as well. Also, feel free to join the Patreon. We have, I think, almost 60 posts per month. So I do 3-4 posts per day on Patreon. Your low cap gem calls are in there, buy and sell alerts. We have technical analysis requests. We had a lot of requests actually recently, so a lot of TAs dropping on Patreon as well. We recently had a patrons only voice chat on Discord, which was nice. So feel free to join if that's something that you're interested in. Obviously, that's a great way to support me. Don't think of it as paying me, think of it as supporting me, right? Because you enjoy my content, and that's why you want to support me. And because you do that, I'm gonna be providing a lot of more extra content for you. So yeah, thank you for watching. Links are in the description. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.